Hey everyone, welcome again to F This Movie. My name is Patrick.
My name is Doug.
What a special show.
Yes, very special.
We have for you guys today. Today we're talking about bad movie-going experiences.
That's correct.
We love going to movies. We love going to movie theaters. Movies are our religion. The theaters, our church. And sometimes going to church
Or temple.
Sucks pretty bad.
Yes.
Sometimes you have
when
bad,
the big game is on,
right?
And you don't want to go to church because the big game is on.
You get the hymnals all wrong.
That's right.
The homily
the
is
kneeler's
more like
broken.
an anomaly.
We did not kill Jesus! We did not do that!
Sometimes church is the worst. Just like going to movies can sometimes be terrible. And I feel like now people have gotten away from going to the movies because they rationalize it like, oh, well, it costs too much money, and those pesky kids are always talking and foiling my crime. So today we thought we would share some of our worst movie-going experiences.
That's correct. I'd also want to piggyback on this, if I may.
Please do.
Don't want to step on your toes.
I have muscles, and I tend to lift with my legs.
You do some squats.
Yeah.
It's also, in 2016, it's become very common to watch everything streaming, to watch everything in your home. And I say there's value in the theater. There's value
out to a movie.
in going out and putting on your Sunday finest.
Right.
And buying a Twizzler.
One
and buying,
for a tale of two kitties, please.
You do realize I'm a cat, don't you, sir?
So my point is, go to the theater and spend your, how much is it now, like $6, $7?
Oh, no, gosh. I saw a matinee in IMAX yesterday. It was $13.
Stay home. Don't go to the theater. It's too expensive.
Right?
Stay home in the comfort of your own house.
For the price
in
of
this screening room that we're in Mr.
for the
Bromley's
price of
dungeon.
that $13, really, you could subscribe to Netflix for a whole month
You
and
could
watch
subscribe to Netflix.
which is
Movies purely about vampires. Netflix.
So Douglas,
Yes,
please
sir.
share with our viewers at home, not watching this in a theater. By the
No.
way, it's like you guys have learned nothing from what we've said.
Can you throw YouTube onto the screen at the AMC is my question.
I'm almost
Can I use my
positive.
Roku?
I've been to those Fathom events, and it's all like,
Fathom
Philip on the
events.
way home from the dentist. And I'm like, I paid fucking $8 for this?
Is this real life?
Go ahead and
Yes.
share one of your terrible movie-going experiences.
Terrible movie-going experiences. Let's see. Well, there's always like first date movies.
Ew.
We always.
What was our first date movie?
Rookie of the Year.
It
That's
was.
correct. The
I was
first
all like-
movie, he floated it right to my heart.
Funky butt loving!
And then I hid the ball behind my back so that the first baseman got
That was
called
all
out.
funky butt
and
loving,
The
which is what we did after the movie.
Did he say funky butt loving?
So yeah, you take a girl or boy to the theater and you watch something light, something fun, something
Romantic.
fancy-free, romantic, or you take a girl to go see Seven.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
And in this particular case, there's a scene where Glutton is a giant
Not
bloated...
the character's name. Glutton was not his name.
No?
No.
No. What
Nope.
was his name?
Scott Glutton.
Scott Glutton. Oh, of the Kansas City Gluttons.
You know
Okay.
it.
There's a giant bloated corpse, and there's a very quiet scene, and something happens.
It's the super skinny guy. The guy who looks like a corpse, right? And then he wakes up, and he goes, like that, and everyone jumps like a motherfucker.
One of the sins.
It's not Glutton, because Glutton is the spaghetti.
It's not Glutton. The Glutton is the spaghetti guy.
Sloth.
Sloth. Not Sloth. What does Sloth do? He cuts his own...
He's like, hey, you guys. Right.
Hey, you guys!
And I chuckle, like, and I think that's more of my like, kind of defense mechanism,
Sure.
where I'm not going to scream. I'm going to go, and the girl looked at me, and it was the end of our date. We did not get married, unfortunately. She was the one that got away, all because of Seven.
Remind me after this.
What's in the box?
Remind me after this video.
Not an engagement ring.
Right?
Really, the purpose of this topic, though, is to tell a story.
A very interesting story of
That
two
happened.
young boys.
Us.
Wait, that came out wrong. Two young boys always sounds creepy when said from an older man's
They
mouth.
were us.
Older man's mouth should not be used in the same context as two young boys. Too young boys should not come out of an older man's mouth.
We went to see on opening night. It was a Wednesday night. We went to see the opening of the film Gridlock'd, starring Tim Roth.
Yes.
And Tandy Newton. And
that's the second person you're naming?
Well, I was building to Tupac. So this was the movie that was released.
Mission Impossible's Tandy Newton?
After Tupac's death, because we all know you alive, Pac.
I saw the hologram.
No food or beverages.
All right, well, hold my dogs till I come back.
And the audience that was there were maybe there for, like, Tupac. And about an hour into the movie's pretty, like, artsy.
Yeah,
it's about two,
good.
like,
it's
drug addicts kind of trying to go straight after their friend dies, basically, right?
I don't remember.
That right? I haven't seen it since 96 or 97.
Yeah, that sounds, let's just say that's right.
When it opened. And it's pretty artsy. It's directed by Von D. Curtis Hall, who, of course, later directed Glitter.
I haven't come to terms with how we said goodbye.
So about an hour in, the audience decides, like, oh, you know what? We're not too into this movie.
No, they were not buying it.
And so the row in front of us proceeds to do what, Douglas?
I believe they stand up.
Not yet.
Not yet.
First they took out
their 40s.
Not yet.
Damn it.
They all start to smoke weed.
That's right. They took out their dugouts and their bowls and their reefer sticks.
They started smoking marijuana like
a cigarette.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers. Pack her ass, my good man. Time to kick back, drink some beers, and smoke some weed.
And sure enough, a plume of not tobacco.
What's that smell?
Not novelty candy cigarettes.
We don't know.
Right. We're like, smells like a skunk in here.
What smells like Lollapalooza? The cops came in. And,
because of that.
The cop came in and they all stood up and left.
But a quick side note, too. They had been drinking their beverages, their refreshing adult beverages, probably the entire movie.
Sure.
So then they felt more probably loosened up to start smoking weed at that point.
Well, alcohol is a gateway drug.
That's correct.
So they got up and left, and then we're still watching the movie. Maybe another 15 minutes goes by,
yes.
And now the remainder of the audience has decided this Gridlock'd movie is bullshit.
Yes.
And they start to get up and walk out.
There's some tussles.
Because one patron picks up one of those giant Rubbermaid garbage cans
that's in the back of the theater
and throws it
into the crowd.
It hits someone's girlfriend. Empty glass 40-ounce bottles.
Yes. I don't even know if they're honestly like
begin sailing
half full
over our heads at the screen and shattering on the floor. All while Douglas and I
and they're shattering on the
doing
screen.
This thing where we're just lowering.
Oh my goodness!
In our seats, positive that
we're weaklings. We're not going to get involved in this.
A riot is about to break out because when the garbage can hits somebody's girlfriend, now shit just got real.
Everyone
in
kind
the words of Detective Marcus Dunstan. I don't think that's his name.
Shit just got real.
Management comes in. I think they realize this is a riot.
This is perhaps out of control.
The cops come in and with their flashlights. The movie stops. The lights come up, and everyone bolts.
Yeah.
And they run under the screen for the most part out the theater into the parking lot. I was happy to see police officers. I felt.
Well, and then we sat there
danger.
like, what do we do? Do we stay and finish the movie? At this point, it's us and maybe 6 other people.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
No,
exact
it was
amount.
Maybe another couple, honestly.
It was hardly anyone left in the theater.
Again, we're wusses. That's the whole point of this story.
And we're like, all right, well, we want to see how this ends. So we stayed for the last 20 minutes of the movie.
It was pretty good. Right, so we got up, and I remember walking out of the lobby, and there were still police officers in the lobby talking to the employees. And walking outside, and it's like a ghost parking lot.
Yeah, nothing but ghosts.
Literally filled with ghosts.
With their cars.
Right.
Ghost cars.
They're driving taxi cabs like in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Or in Scrooged. I think that's also a ghost.
This one ghost, real asshole,
taxi.
double parked his ghost car.
That's an asshole ghost.
Right?
So I don't think...
boo.
And he was all, boo. And I don't remember much about the movie aside from it being well, this is an arty good movie.
Yeah.
And it's
almost getting killed.
I wouldn't go that far, but almost getting shivved.
I almost died
of fright. Fright.
But that happened afterwards in the.
That was the ghost.
parking lot.
That was the ghost parking lot.
They really
So-
they scared me.
So that was our that's our gridlock story.
I think that's my worst movie going experience.
Oh, I don't see how.
That would be hard to top.
I'm sure it could get worse, and I'm sure if you have worse stories out there, please comment on our website or on the YouTube channel and let us know your stories, because it's always fun to read these sort of things and have, share in our misery. But that was definitely the worst one for me.
That was a low point.
That was a low point. It was only up from there, I think, because then we saw
because in the
other
future,
movies
then
at not that theater.
By taking the power, well, that theater closed not too long after.
Really?
And I did see many more movies there, by the way.
Okay,
after that,
then.
I took the power back.
Yes.
And I became the guy throwing the bottles
That's
and
right.
the garbage cans. And I became the ghost in the parking lot. I'm dead right now.